out some time and to join this AMS session for us. Thank you.
It's Ayush, right? Do I pronounce it right?
Yes, this Ayush is there. And hello, Michael. This is Hemant from People Metaversity. I am basically CEO of this company.
Hi, Hemant. Nice to meet you, and thank you for joining us. How are you today?
Great. Same here. Thank you so much for hosting us.
All right. You guys want to get warmed up, get started while everyone starts joining? Are we waiting for anyone else from your side?
No, me and Ayush is hosting this AMA.
Okay, perfect. So to get started, would you mind introducing yourselves and the team behind People Metaversity?
Yeah, sure. So, hello everyone. I'm Ayush. In our People Metaversity platform, this I'll try to be very simple with you and explain in a layman language. So, we are using metaverse technology to build a platform which will help us in the revolutionizing the education system. Our team comprises of 6 co-founders and 14 technical team members, all from prestigious institutes like IITs and IIM. So at this moment, we are a team of 20 people who are working and developing this platform.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you for the introduction. And just to let you know about the AMA, we will split this into phases. In the first phase, I'm going to be asking some questions about your project, so we will learn more about what you do. And the second phase, we'll be selecting a couple of people to ask their question and win our prize of $50 each. So just to get right into it, can you tell us how? Tell us a bit about more People Metaversity. How did you come up with the idea?
So this idea came us to during the COVID time, during lockdown. So here, what platform we are building, we have seen people connecting onto the various platforms, which are specially built for corporate communications like Teams and Zoom. So that kind of experience in the education system is lacking behind, because that reality does not get maintained in that, because those applications are built for some other objective. With our Metaversity, we have developed modules in it so that we reach to the larger audience, we reach to the larger content creator who can get benefit from this platform by creating their events, by moving their roles onto our platform, and then the connection would happen between the content creator and a viewer.
I see. So you don't own the content; you will hire content creators to work for you, or is it just on an ad hoc basis? Whenever someone wants, can create content and upload it in the platform.
Hi, Michael. This is Hemant. I would like to add some point on this.
Okay.
People Metaversity, People Metaversity, a word which is comprises of 3 words basically: people, metaverse, and university. So Metaversity word is comprises of 2 words: metaverse plus university. So in a simple word, I am trying to say that we are building a metaverse, which is basically we are building on what we are building on the metaverse. We are trying to be live school over there. We are trying to be live universities over there. And this is sort of learning experience we are trying to build. Like you said, you are hiring a content provider and something like this. So we see ourselves as a platform where content creator can create their content in our metaverse and user can experience it. So we are mainly focused on developing the platforms which give access to the people to host their meetings, to host their institute, to host their school, get live. They can get live on our metaverse basically.
I see. I
So
see.
it's an
Go on.
Please go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. And
Michael, for you, please go ahead.
yeah. Yeah. So one of the questions that the first comes to mind when you're talking about the platform with content is: are you going to do any kind of quality check to the content that is uploaded in your platform?
Like I said, Michael, we are not a content creator basically. We don't create any content in our metaverse. We are play as a role where people, if you are an institute, so there are the possibilities with our metaverse. You can get live into our metaverse. You can build your virtual space in our metaverse. You can build your virtual institute in our metaverse. And that is, like I said, we are the platforms. We are giving the experience. We are giving the tools and techniques to host their meetings, to host their, lecture in this, or he can host a whole school in our metaverse. So that kind of things we are seeing ourselves, like if we are totally focused on creating a pet platform, it's like a YouTube on the metaverse. Anyone who is capable of creating a content which can be, generating a value amongst the people, and people wants to, join them, so he can host the events in our metaverse. So that kind of facilities we are coming up with.
I see, got it, and that's a nice metaphor there. The YouTube of metaverse, which
Yeah.
brings me to my next question: is are you going to focus on any particular kind of content at first? You were talking about educational content first, and any particular geographies, or it is free for all?
Yes. So as we know, this platform is totally on internet based. So we are developing this platform in a 3D and as well as 2D as well. So person having a device with Oculus can get that same experience who is actually accessing our platform via web application. So currently we have actually finalized and developed 6 features in it, which goes by the name Meta School, Meta College, Meta Library, Meta Lab, Meta Relaxation, and Meta Conference Center. So each of these features has got his own value. So I'll just give you a brief idea about it. So Meta School. Meta School feature would help any content creator, any tuition teacher, or any school for that matter, if they want to increase their audience, or if they want to share their knowledge and expand in a way that they can interact. And we want this school or this features to be free, because initially what we are targeting is to provide free education for subjects like mathematics and science, for which the rules or the ideas remains same throughout. So in this way, students can use this feature for free. They'll have their classroom environment, in a virtual reality, how a classroom looks like, how they can interact with their other class members or with their professors or lecturers, and get the understanding and feeling of the real world. Because we are targeting uh, in this way, because we want to attract large audience, large content creator, and large viewers, so that it helps us in providing education. Next to move on is the Meta College. Um, I would like Heyman to give
I
more
would like
information.
to add some point to it. See, we are basically coming up with the 6 zones currently. The As Ayush have discussed, Meta School, Meta College, Meta World. These are the 6 different zones basically we are currently going to live. To understand what basically it is, so let's take step by step. If you see our vision, so we have clearly mentioned that our vision is to provide education around the globe, and that is completely free of cost. So Meta School is totally focused on it, and that is school basically. Initially, we are giving a school where from class 6 to 12th, the basic subject is math and science. Currently, we are taking the two subject. So we are running a school where math and science classes are running at the different time zones. Because math and science, why we choose math and science? Because they are same at anywhere. If you study in 2 plus 2, that will be same in any different country. It will, the result will be same. So that's why we choose math and science. So you can say a Meta school is giving a free education to anyone. If anyone wants to learn math and science from standard class 6 to 12, so that is a totally Meta school in design according to our vision. That is totally, hosted by us. The faculties are hosted by us, so that a user can come to us and gain and enhance their virtual experience simultaneously their learnings, or that is not chargeable, that is completely free of cost. That's why we say we are having a vision to provide education free of cost. So I think that is the idea we are trying to come up with Meta School. Similarly, like Ayush said, Meta College. So like I also told you earlier, we are not a content creator basically. Yes, we are hosting a school. We have lined up some good faculties, good professors, good school teachers in our Meta school to give a quality education, and that is completely hosted by us. And their content will be designed by the expert teachers and all, so that everyone can, take a good amount of learnings from our Meta school. Secondly, when we talk about the Meta College, so it's like a you can say anyone can host their events, their institute. Let's take an example. If a guy who is from a small town, anywhere from any country, I don't mind, but he is living in a small town. So, and he is a teacher basically. Let's take an example. He is a teacher of any X subject. So, and he is also having their physical institute in their particular area. So the problem we have seen in the current situation, that scalability and geographical barrier are the major concern for that particular person who is living in a small town. And there are n numbers of good creators, good teachers are there who is living in different cities, towns. And currently, if we are seeing, so there is a platform which is, I think, everyone access it, YouTube. He can create their channels on YouTube and start sharing the knowledge, whatever he wants to say, share with the world. Similarly, in a manner, if you want to set up that physical institute which he is having currently in the particular town, so he can similarly create that institute, that environment, the virtual classroom using our tools and techniques, and that is completely free for the content creator also. So he can, actually reach at the global level. He can host their institute in our metaverse. So we have seen a lots of good potential teachers are facing this problem, and if we got this, if we solve this, that will be really helpful for the world and for the content creator. And we always saying that we are not a content creator company. We are always focused on providing a platform for content creators and the users to who wants to learn in our metaverse. So that sort of things we are going away in the metaverse.
Adding to those points, other features what we have currently in our platform, one of them is very interesting, Meta World, what we have brought in. So as we know, because of time constraint, the expenses and everything, people don't get time to go out to see monuments, for example, wonders of the world. They So we are giving them an experience of virtual reality because at this point of time, for example, I want to visit Taj Mahal. The first thing what I'll do is I'll look for some articles, some documentation, or any history which is available to me. Secondly, what I'll do, I might go to any video streaming channel where I can find videos from the people who have actually visited that place. But this thing or these kinds of medium to get information, we think in a way that is this is prehistoric. So to innovate it in a better way, to give a real time experience, to visit a particular place or monuments and giving them an experience, a detailed explanation of each and every point and a walkthrough to the whole location. We are giving that kind of experience in our meta world features. Along with that, there are two more features which Hemant would like to explain to you.
I would like to add some points to the metaverse also. So I will see it. I mean, why we building meta world and what are the things we are, I mean, what are the visions we have seen in the meta world. So I have seen it in such a manner, like let's take an example. Like Ayush said, if someone is want to learn about the Taj Mahal or any wonders in the earth, let's take an example of Taj Mahal also. So if someone is wants to learn about them, someone wants to experience about them, someone wants to enhance their knowledge about them. So the ways currently available in the current scenario is either he is reading the textbook and gaining something from it, either he is reading the articles, either he is seeing some videos on YouTube, like I also mentioned. What makes us different? So that comes uh, in the metaverse. So this is the only platform, I guess, where user can, experience by roaming around the Taj Mahal and the facts and figures, the information which he wants to, enhance, he wants to gain, he can, at his fingertips on the metaverse. So it will enhance your style of learnings, plus it will also enhance your, memory to, recall it because you have actually feel it. So that sort of things we are trying to put into the metaverse, basically.
So the experience on Meta World is like a guided tour. So there would be another avatar which would come with the viewer who wants to view a Taj Mahal. That avatar would walk along with you where you want to go, explaining you about the details about the monumental history which is there. And by just sitting at your place, at your convenience, at your time, and this kind of features. So basically, our platform is a learning platform which has got different modules as per the interest of people that what they want to learn. And the age difference to use this platform is none. Because starting from the feature like Meta School, which a 5-year-old to a teenager who's going into a high school, we are not saying that we want to remove institution and the schools out of the system, but the added learning language, just some extra hours of knowledge they want to gain, any information which was not clear to them at their school, they can revisit those sessions which are built in our system and get the understanding in a better way. And similarly to these features, the two other features are Metaverse Innovation and the Conference Center. So Conference Center, we'll take this one first. So we have seen that there is video calling which is available. You can see videos and talk on a conference call with your colleagues or your team attendees as we are doing it now. But imagine, just giving you the example of this platform, imagine as me being an avatar, all of us sitting into one room. We all got our avatars which are sitting, and in that way, if I present, so the connection or the mediums or the different ways the ideas would come in, it will be kind of a revolutionary thing because physical appearance and virtual appearance, it's a difference. But we are removing that gap with this feature, what we are bringing. And lastly, the metaverse innovation. So we are putting up in ideas, like for example, an automobile engineer. He wants to learn about the motor mechanics, what happens in a particular motor vehicle. So we are building a platform in which they can disassemble a motor vehicle, they can assemble it back again, and get a clear idea that how the mechanics work on that particular part of the way. Another example to this feature is the medical students, how they could get help from our platform. So when an MBBS student or a doctor who is pursuing a course, they go to their college. Ideally, we have found that the testing, they have to perform several tests. They have to learn different kinds of things. So on this innovation, for example, a chemistry lab to perform various different chemical tests or experience what they want to do. So we have got that feature in us. A medical student can do a dissection of a body and study the organs, the skeletons, different skin levels which are there in a human body, and they can enhance their learnings from it.
And that covers all the areas that you wanted to cover about your features, right? You have your meta world, your meta conference, meta school, meta college, meta library, from what I see, the meta innovation center, and meta labs and meta
Yes.
relaxation zone. Yeah.
So these are the current features which are already developed and which are ready to go out at any moment when we do a release for our platform. But along with that, this is a learning institute. We know there are several other modules or features which we could bring in our platforms. So we are thinking to scale the features which are currently there in the system, enhance it with the different suggestions or feedback we receive from all the content creators and viewers who are actually working on that platforms, and improve it in a way that it becomes the ideal solution for anyone who wants to learn and get educated by himself.
Great. And just moving on to the next question I have, how does you're launching a token, right? How does the token fit into the whole, to this big platform that you're building?
Basically, we see our token as a reward token also. Like you see our tokenomics, there are in outer world, it act as a reward-based token that will reward to its holders, that will reward to its NFT users, and so that sort of things we have thought that it work outside. So on a outside prospect, it works as a reward token. On the inside, it can be used on very, like paying some course fees, you can say, buying the NFTs in our metaverse. So lots of internally use case is also we have built for it. So it act as a currency in our metaverse. If you want to buy an NFT, if you want to buy a course, so you have to use our tokenomics token as well.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So you talked a bit about NFTs. Can you tell us more about the NFTs and the rewards? What should investors be looking for when investing in your token and your NFTs?
Our NFTs in design in such a way that it is limited to 2000 total NFTs we have live, and everyone has their limited supply, and everyone is comes with some of the features. Like if you click on the any of NFTs, so there is a in our tokenomics there is a 2% whenever some buy and sale happens, the 2% of the amount in BUSD will forward it to the NFT holder's wallet. So that's the first thing. That's the first advantage he got from NFTs. He start earning a passive income from this. Similarly, another examples, we are giving to NFT holders is the event tickets basically. These are the tickets basically if someone is hosting we are hosting a good event on our People Metaversity, and that is totally sponsored by us, and we are bringing some good content creator to hosting the event. So the tickets will be given to the NFT holders, and NFT holder has the right, either he can utilize the ticket by attending the seminar or the lecture, what the ticket actually for, or either he can sold it out in our marketplace. So that will virtual events tickets can become an asset for him. Either he can, if he sold out at Metaverse, so he will get benefit from it. Similarly, we are also coming up with amazing fixed API like NFT staking advantage is also there. So these 3 points like passive income, events ticket, NFT and staking advantage, these 3 points are with everyone. Like it is also comes with common, rare, and epic. There is one thing which comes extra in legendary NFT, and that is we are giving a private launch as we discussed in our Meta Conference Center. So we are providing a private launch at Meta Conference Center at our metaverse. That is behave similarly. You will get the ownership in the form of NFTs, and you have the right. Either you can, post it on our metaverse. You want to rent it out for the corporates. So for anyone. So there is a marketplace where you can list your launch. If anybody wants to get access to it, this is my basically rent of my launch, so that completely gives the freedom to make a charge for it. So these are the some benefits that comes with the NFTs.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of benefits for the investors of the project. Now, to my next question, you mentioned that the content and the knowledge on your platform would be free. So how are you
Yes.
gonna reward the content creators and trying to engage them to create more content?
Let's see ourselves as a platform. It is free for both of them. I mean, there are two person, either it is a content creator or either it is a student. So it is completely free for both of us. Like a content creator can create a content, they can host their virtual space in our metaverse, they can live their events. That is up to him whether he is providing their knowledge free of cost or he can charge for it. And again, our token is the way they can charge.
We are also looking towards the subscription model. So any professor or any institution which is providing seminar of a good quality that provides a certification as well. Viewers can enroll them in a form of subscription, and based on the releases or the events, the automatic alerts would go out to them, get themselves registered for that event, and in that way, both the content viewers and the content creators based system.
Okay, so the content creators have the option of making paid content, and they're free to set their prices. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Interesting. Okay, that makes sense. So we touched a bit upon tokenomics. So from what I see, you have 14% buy and sell tax. Is that right? And how can our community find and buy your token?
I believe it works as a reward token as well. Plus, if you seeing to invest, we believe there must be a used case, a real. I mean, an investor is looking for a real project, which is solving a problem at the at the global scale. And what we are going to solve, I mean, what we are looking to solve is very clear. We are basically work as a platform that will, integrate both the content creators and the users or the student. They can, connect itself using our platform. Asking about the wallet thing which we have given website. Is that a question?
So
I
the
think the
question,
question is, yes, please go ahead, Michael.
yeah, the question is how can people buy the token? How can they find it?
We are we are currently live our fair launch on Pink Sales. So anybody who wants to participate, he just joined our Telegram, find out the link at the Pink Sales, and he can participate in the fair launch. And later we are planning to launch it on Pancake app. So that's the thing.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you're cutting out a bit, but we got it. Do you have a fair launch live right now on Pink Sale? So anyone
Yes,
that
yes,
wants,
yes, yes.
thank you for that. And one of the questions we often get from investors is how you're gonna attract investors and more users to your platform. I know building a marketplace is tough, especially when you have to attract both content creators and users. How you're gonna address this challenge?
First, we have focused on the meta school. We at we see ourselves, if you want to, be a part of a community which works. So basically, we need an audience. We need a student. We need a content creators who will, wants to be get part in our metaverse. I mean, the questions occurs here why they will join us. So from content creators prospect, we are providing the tools and techniques by which he can, host their institute virtually in our metaverse, and that is completely free. Like you are creating a channel in the YouTube, so that is completely free for the, any content creator. Similarly, we are giving the access to use our tools and techniques, like how the educations will be get occurred if somebody is taking the classes, the environment, the virtual identity, the virtual experience, that completely take care by us. So that sort of things make sense to attract a content creator to our platform, because whatever he is doing in physical world, he can actually host the same thing in a better manner in our metaverse if he creates a place for himself in our People Metaversity. So
So adding 2 cents to what Hemant just said. So our marketing team and sales team are all over the social media. So we have got strategies and plan that how we can make our platform popular. Second point to that, how we are doing is we are conducting live demo sessions with the content creators as well as the viewers. So our plan is to go out in institutes and schools where we can provide them live demos. And there are up in lines. We have actually contacted schools and institutions, and they like this idea very much, and they have given us time to schedule and give that kind of experience so that the audience and the people actually understand that what we are actually offering to this whole global world.
That makes sense. So I want to open it up to the audience and select a couple of people to ask questions. But before I do that, is there anything else that you want to share about your token, your platform, anything else with our community today?
We are ready for questions.
Okay, so right now what we're going to do is that we're going to select a couple of people to ask their questions. Do you want to select someone that is raising their hands for a question?
Let's start with the first one on the list. Let's go with Genzi Gigi. Yeah, have I said it correctly? Genzi.
Okay, Genzi, you're free to ask your question.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, my question What are the plans to educate and increase awareness and adoption in the community to get more people to understand your project easily?
So, as I said earlier, we are conducting live demos. We are on the social media completely, where we are connecting with people. We have our own forums which are live, that are actually interacting with the live audience. And our main goal, the best advantage for any viewer to come into our platform or a content creator, is a phrase I can say, it's like learn to earn, right? So we are rewarding them in a way that if they complete a set of course in a set of duration, so that our content creator will also get views, or the rewards for it. In a similar way, when a one student completes a particular course, they'll get some reward points from us. They can accumulate those rewards points, turn it into anything which can give them benefit, to get more access into our system. And in that way, we are encouraging users to come into our platform.
All right, so we can ask then another. You can select another person for a question.
Super easy models.
Super easy models. You are free to ask your question.
Yeah, well done, guys. How you doing, guys? Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, you're good. You're audible.
Okay, just like I sent a message to the group. I was, yeah, I heard you saying earlier on that you've been able to contact some schools, and some of them have given you like a go ahead to do the demo. So I want to believe that this project is a global project, and so I want to know, how are you intending to take this globally? How are you intending to reach out to more schools across the continent? Because your project is very essential, being a educational project, and believe everybody needs this project. So, and the second question is, you mentioned that the project will be taking mathematics and sciences. Do you plan on including crypto related courses in the project as you go by? Do you get the question?
That Yes, these are really good questions. I'll take the first one. So in first one, we want to say, like, the institutions we have contacted first. So we are actually based down in India. We are targeting actually the tuition teachers and the institutions which have got their global present overseas as well. So the schools we are targeting at this point of time have their branches in other countries and different cities as well. So once we start with them, they are definitely float this information, float this innovative ideas to their other branches as well, which are there. And as internet is helping us to connect from continents to continents, we plan to give them live demos as well for the same thing what we have showed in their India located schools or institutions. Does this answer your first question? Does this make sense?
Yes, it does. What about the second question, please?
Second question, can you repeat that question?
Okay, the second question is about your. You mentioned that you'll be teaching mathematics and sciences courses. So I'm asking that, do you plan on incorporating crypto-related courses into your schedule as you go on?
It might be option in future, I can say, but currently we are focusing on basically two subjects, that is math and science, because we believe these are the subject which is among the, this will be same if we live in any country. The principle, the basic
But our feature, which is a metaverse college, right? In our metaversity platform, this enables content creators. So they can be a tattoo artist, they can be someone who has knowledge in cryptocurrencies, they want to give their training sessions to. So these kind of crypto courses can be put into our meta school as well. But for a school kid, that subject won't be relevant, but we can target other audience for that course.
Uh, Let me add some point to it. Like I already see ourselves as a platform which, giving the utilities to, host the virtual classroom in our metaverse. So we see ourselves as a platform, not as a content creator. So like you said, if you want to, integrate some crypto courses to your, meta school and other things. So if someone, wants to host their, crypto courses, if he is capable to taking classes, if he wants to, host a course of on the cryptocurrencies, so he is welcome. He just, he just need to create a classroom for that, by which he can, host the event.
And our platform, to add on to that, is a user management system as well as a role based management system. So we can create a school by giving roles to students who go to school and who wants to learn math and science. But if there is a course on crypto currency or NFTs or anything like that, we can assign a role to those courses and then to those users who actually want to see it. So when they go to Meta School, they'll only see the content to the role which they are assigned it to. And they can get the learnings by doing those courses on our Meta School.
Awesome. That's interesting. That's interesting.
Thank you.
And thanks for the answers. And I wish you the best, man.
Thank you so much. Michael, I would request you choose it from yourself now. And these are really good questions. We are liking it.
All right, I'll select one more, maybe someone randomly. Brody, you can ask your question. Brody, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Go on.
My question is, okay. I have a simple question: is People Metaversity only for entrepreneurship opportunities and support small dev who wishes to launch their game or metaverse? Is users are allowed to stake the People Metaversity token?
Staking will comes as we launched a staking, marketplace for them. So token staking will also be in mind, and we are definitely going to do that because we believe holding a token must be a fun, must be reward in terms of their, some monitoring terms API. So like we said, we are coming up with the NFT staking advantage. Similarly, the token staking advantage would be there in the future.
All right. Thank you, Brody. I think we are at the point that we should be looking to wrap up. Do you guys want to share anything else with our community? Tell them how they can find you and come and ask you more questions.
So I would request each and every one of you join our community, get in touch with us, look at all the perspectives which are coming in days to come. We are very much active. We are sharing information daily within our community. So you will get a better idea, and that trust building factor, which you will get after connecting with us, will help you in many ways when you connect to our community.
All right. Well, thank you both for joining us today. It was really a pleasure seeing and learning about People Metaversity. This is definitely something that people will need, and sounds like you're building the future. So best of luck with your project, and keep us, everyone here at Coinscope, posted on how it goes.
Thanks for your kind words, Michael. And again, thank you each and everyone to get onto this AMA session. Thanks for sparing your time. Have a great day. Good night.
Have a great weekend, everyone.